Good morning and welcome to On Politics, a daily political analysis of the 2020 elections based on reporting by New York Times journalists.
Sign up here to get on politics in your inbox every weekday.
A rally fizzles, and Confederate monuments keep falling. It's Monday, and this is your politics tip sheet.
President Trump at Tulsa's Bach Center, which can seat 19,000, but didn't on Saturday night.
Joe Biden is not typically thought of as a progressive agitator, but in recent years he has accrued a reputation as something of a champion of LGBTQ rights.
That wasn't always so, as Adam Nagorny and Thomas Kaplan write in a new article. Biden typically voted with most fellow Democrats during his decades in the Senate, which sometimes meant casting votes that now appear retrograde in today's Democratic Party.
Adam agreed to answer a few questions for us about how Biden's positions have evolved, and what gay rights activists expect from a possible Biden administration.
Hi, Adam. If you were to look only at Joe Biden's Senate record, you wouldn't get the sense that he was a big leader on LGBTQ issues. But in recent years he has often been ahead of the Democratic Party consensus. How do you explain that shift?
It's always tough to get at exactly why politicians change their positions over time. Often, it reflects political accommodation, preparing for an upcoming campaign. Case in point, President Bill Clinton signing the Defense of Marriage Act, barring federal recognition of same-sex marriages, in September 1996, a bill that Biden, along with most Democrats, supported.
But it's hard to see what Biden had to gain in 2012 when he stepped out in front of President Barack Obama to announce his support for same-sex marriage. There's no political barometer that would have told him to get ahead of the White House on this, Pete Buttigieg, who is gay and ran for president this year, told us.
But societal views on these kinds of issues were beginning to change. Biden was very much part of that wave, and when it came to the Democratic Party, ahead of much of it.
Tell us more about that moment. Was it just an example of Biden being characteristically loose-lipped, or was it a reflection of a consistent role he played in the administration, as a proponent of LGBTQ rights?
Obama and his White House were caught off guard by this. They were, in fact, angered by the notion that Biden was trying to preempt the president on the issue, or even that he was trying to maneuver Obama to, I guess we shouldn't say come out of the closet on the issue, should we? Well, just did. Biden's aides initially issued a statement suggesting that he had been misunderstood, but he soon made clear that he wasn't.
This is one of those cases where he was asked a question, had a view on the question, and answered it.
In this year's Democratic primary, Biden wasn't the first choice of most progressives, but he seemed to have generally earned the trust of many LGBTQ rights advocates. Would you say there is true excitement there about his candidacy?
Support for him among LGBTQ leaders is really high. We heard it again and again in our interviews. He might not have been their first choice, though in many cases he was, but there is no ambivalence about his candidacy. Chad Griffin, a longtime gay rights leader, said Biden would be the most pro-equality president we have ever had. Did we mention that he's running against Trump?
On Politics is also available as a newsletter. Sign up here to get it delivered to your inbox.
Is there anything you think we're missing? Anything you want to see more of? We'd love to hear from you. Email us at onpolitics@nytimes.com.